Welcome to the Hustle System. My name is Mikhail, and I'm excited to help you master your mindset, build a better business, and live your life on your terms. In this video, we're going to talk about willpower and discipline, how to systematize your life to where progress feels light and effortless, and you don't have to force anything because the systems that you build are what are doing most of the work, and all you have to do is kind of hop on and go for the ride. Think of it like in your car, right? You don't really have to do that much work. You just kind of put your foot down on the pedal and the car kind of goes forward. And honestly, if you were to rewind back a couple thousand years, it would look like complete magic. So what I want you to think about is how we're going to create magic here for you today in your workflow. And what that's going to do is that's going to give you the machine or the vehicle that you're going to need to propel your success to the next level. So willpower and discipline. The first thing that you have to understand is you have only so many decisions you can make within a certain day. So whether you are just getting dressed or you're making critical business decisions, there's only so much willpower that you have in your little willpower tank that you have to use. And so the more that you can minimize having to make decisions on things that don't really matter, the more that you'll find yourself being able to make those critical, important decisions at a higher level, which are actually the decisions that get you most of the results in your life that are truly important. Because if you really look back on your life, you'll realize that it was a lot of micro decisions, and there was a couple of really big decisions that made a massive impact, right? It might be moving into a new city. It might be getting a new job or quitting a job, right? It might be deciding to go to college or not go to college. It might be picking that significant other that you're with. Those are massive life-changing decisions, and yet often we don't give as much thought to those things as to like what restaurant we want to go to, right? Or if we do give those things the magnitude that it truly deserve, all those other little decisions actually eat up at our willpower. And so when it comes to deciding, say, how to position a product launch, I find a lot of people don't have the mental capital. So where do you start? I recommend not starting with willpower. I recommend starting with looking at what's draining your willpower and asking yourself, what am I making these little decisions on every day? So like these shirts that you guys see me wear, I have tons of these shirts. Okay, why do I have that? Because when it comes to doing a new video or going outside, I've got a bunch of cool t-shirts, I have suits, I have every option possibly available. I've got like hip hop street clothing, right? But when it comes to just like coming back, dialing in, I know I could just go, I could pick any color and grab it. It's very light. There's not a decision-making process there. You can tell as soon as I start to think about the other things I have in my closet, it brings up all these variables and it uses up brain power. Right? So that's why I have just a bunch of these like random shirts, right? They're just like, they work. And so that's a decision right away that I've eliminated. And this is similar with Mark Zuckerberg and Steve Jobs also, and actually Bill Gates also, where they wear a lot of the same things because it's not a critical decision point. They just kind of throw on whatever's available. And now they've saved themselves that small little bit of willpower. So what you're going to do is dial in and start taking a look at what are the things that are draining your willpower. I'll tell you a couple of things that I've completely eliminated making decisions on, and it's allowed me to make more decisions in my business. Okay, the first is the wardrobe. No brainer. Just get all the stuff you need. Just throw whatever on. Don't even think about it. Okay, because if you structure your wardrobe correctly, like you'll look more or less good no matter what you do. And if you're in shape. Number two is the diet. Okay, all my food gets delivered, and it's labeled, so I know what I'm eating for breakfast, for lunch, for an afternoon snack, for dinner, and for an evening snack every single day, 7 days a week. It just shows up, I just pop it in, and I just eat it. So I have zero decision making at all about what to eat. The third is gym, workouts. I show up at the gym at 5:30 every morning, right when the doors open, and I just know what I'm doing that day. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to log it. It's not a heavy thing. For some people, like going to the gym is like a lot of work. for me, I just find myself there. And before you know it, I'm already swimming laps. I'm done with my workout. I'm swimming laps. I'm going to the steam. I'm doing the cold shower. And I have a meditation that I do in the cold shower. So I'm always looking forward to it. And then I come back in. So those are 3 very easy things that for me take no bandwidth, which means for the first 2 hours of my day or something, I make no decisions at all. I boom, I go, I come back, I eat, I have my little, tea or coffee or what have you, or water. And then I go, and the first decision I make is what video I want to film for you guys. What is the most important impact point? Is it a technical video about how to build a funnel or how to structure an email campaign or how to do follow-ups? Or is it more macro business? Is it that you guys are watching this and you understand the technicals, or you wish you could do the technicals, but you haven't pulled yourself out of the muck, out of the mud, if you will, that most people are stuck in? Or is it the mindset, right? Is it this necessity to elevate, to build better systems, et cetera, et cetera? So that's the first decision I make, because for me, I care about you guys watching this. I really care about you. And I've left that as the first most important decision of my day. That's my biggest decision probably that I make that day, is where's the impact point? And then from there we go into all the decisions about the clients and the projects, and even those we try and automate or batch. So take, for example, kind of like the agency business that we have, right? We have several hundred decisions that we need to make, like 750 decisions or something, about what the logo is going to be, and how we're going to do the funnel, how we're going to do the website, how we're going to do the ad campaigns, and how we want to position this to the audience, and how we want to continue growing that audience, and whether we want to do organic traffic or paid traffic. There's just this laundry list of things, right? And it's really easy to get overwhelmed, especially in the modern marketplace. It's very competitive. And so my second recommendation, so the first recommendation again, is to look at the things that are draining your willpower and systematize them. The second is batch decision making. So what you're going to do is, if you have this giant laundry list of decisions, ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1 is, do you need to make these decisions at all? Can somebody else just make the decision? It's probably not a big deal. I always do that. If I have 750 decisions, of those, maybe 25 I need to make myself, maybe 50. The rest can probably be done by the team. They could probably figure it out without things completely collapsing. And then the second question is, how can you batch the decisions that you do need to make? So if you have 100 decisions that you got to make, how can you batch a bunch of those together and make them in a group? So take, for example, the styling, right? Well, if you build a style guide and you say, look, all the fonts are going to be this, all the colors are going to be in this palette, here's all the hex codes, go. You have now, in 1 decision or 2 decisions, eliminated maybe 20 other decisions that would have to be made. So that's kind of compartmentalized. And then batching would also be, say, well, if you have that style guide for 1 client, why don't you just do that for 5 clients altogether? And now you've eliminated about 100 decisions by making 10 or so, right? So not only have you compartmentalized and encapsulated that decision, you've also batched it to where you're doing similar decisions within a similar time frame. So your brain's not constantly having to shift between all the different aspects and having to overcalculate and then shift back, because there's a lot of decision-making fatigue that can come from that. And that's where I would start. So the purpose of this video is to start getting you thinking, how can you free up the mental capital? Because as you go to do that, you're going to find space. You're going to find space to move. You're going to find space to think. You're going to find space to have creative ideas come to you. Those creative ideas are really the fruits of your business, right? That's where the money is these new things that you can do that are unique to you. Because otherwise, we can all just go print widgets, right? We can go have a plastic factory if we want to create something on repeat, but that's not why we're here. We're here to create something really powerful that's really unique, that really makes an impact in the world. And to do that, you need space. The best things happen in the space that you leave, okay? The best things are going to happen in that space. And the more space you create, the better it's going to be. So yeah, the best things happen in the space you create. The best things happen in the space you create. So the more that you can systematize and then batch, the more space you end up having available to make these big moves, to make these big plays, to be bold, to be kind of aggressive, to be dominant, to really go for that point of impact. Because if it's not for that, you're just going to find yourself running kind of on autopilot all the time, never quite having enough mental capital and resources to really do the thing you need to shut that down. And just be here, present in the moment. Own your time. And then use that time to build the systems so you can own your energy and own your thoughts and own your attention. And start to point your attention onto the things that matter most to you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, please click the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload more videos. Like the video and comment down below. What is the number one decision that you're going to completely eliminate? What is that one thing that you constantly have to decide on that you're going to say, you know, I'm not going to decide on that anymore. Maybe it's where to go out to dinner. Maybe you're just going to say, you know, I'm just going to let my girlfriend decide every time. We know how that's going to work out. But hey, you might as well try it. I appreciate you watching this video. This has been Hustle System. Again, my name is Mikhail, where I help you master your mindset, build a better business, and start to live your life on your terms. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one.